There we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MLO Live Show. Super stoked to be here on this beautiful Friday. Hopefully it's beautiful where you are calling in from. Is everybody having a good day? Everybody have a decent, okay weather? Andrew Rocco's in the house. What's up, brother? Dude, take that corner a little faster. I want to see you up on 2. Let's do this. Come on, man. Let's get excited. All right. And we're going to cut it at that number right there. Let's see what we got. Waiting room. Okay, we're waiting for Brad. Oh, Brad Brondt is in the house. What's up, dude? How you doing, brother?
What is up, man?
Man, dude, I got a face radio, and you just got a camera that's just like balls. And I was thinking about you this morning. I'm like, man, he just always looks better. So how much money you got? How much money you got into that shit, man?
I cannot help it.
Like, you can help with that.
Mama.
You get,
I got it for my mama.
Yeah, you said you mow my lawn if I paid you enough, right?
Yeah, I'll come cut any person's lawn on this call for the right price.
Okay. I do like the smell of fresh cut grass. Yes,
and money.
Sir. And money. And money. Rub it together and it makes honey. There you go.
I see some faces here I know.
Yeah, man, they're coming in. There's Kim. Kim doesn't work Fridays, and she's like, "I'll be there. Brad's gonna be there. I'll be there." So we'll give it just a minute, let people get in here. But Brad, man, thanks for taking time out of your day. I know Fridays you're a little bit of a free day. You don't have to take your daughter to school, so I appreciate that. And dude, you're doing some epic stuff. I played your video on Monday, and I've been talking about you every day. And there's always something you send me that I go, man, I gotta show you guys this. Like the video you did about the 50 year. I showed that.
Oh, the crazy thing. Q, you were Q was on the call when I was like, hey guys, why is no one doing the video? And like I did the video after our call, and I'll show you guys how we did that. But
how did you who did the scripting for you? Because it was so spot on to get phone calls. Like who was it? Was it a magic site like GPT or something, or your own?
The Vortex, baby.
The Vortex.
We have our marketing bots.
I need to go check out the Vortex, man. I keep hearing about it. I think Kathleen was talking about the Vortex. She's getting a ton from that.
She did a video, bro. She's got a video running on Facebook right now.
What?
Kathleen Connery. Shout out to Kathleen Connery. And Q's going to have some too once he gets past the compliance approvals.
I say do it and ask for forgiveness. That's what Greg would tell you as a bank person. Like, hey, just do it and ask for beg for forgiveness or ask for forgiveness, right?
Yeah, I do too, man. It's every company's different. I do it and then ask for resignment if they have a problem. I always say to people, like, my problem is the company I work for is owned by my cousin, which I have a very small family and I'm as loyal as a dog. But like, I always tell people, like, are you related to him? And I only say that because that's my situation. It might not be a good enough reason, but like, are you related to him? Do they send you leads? Like if they don't do either one of those things, then they're just closing loans like any other bank.
Man, they
got to at least support your marketing efforts, right?
Just a throat punch this morning. I like it, man. Let's do it, Brad. Man, I think. And so, dude, this AI stuff's like epic, and I'm diving into it. I've done, we've been talking about it heavily. You've taken it. You always we're on the same river. You're just 6 states over on the same river, So.
Yeah.
What do you how did you, I think the big question Devin was trying to figure out desperately how you did that video, that one. And I showed that video that you sent me a text on. Well, I think the mindset behind it and
was it LTX Studios and 11 Labs, Brad?
It was, I did use LTX, I think for part of, but it was much more than that. Like,
I believe it.
Yeah, like Kling AI, because they're not videos. Like I wasn't using LTX to do videos. I created the character in LTX, and then I was making images somewhere else. I don't know. Like I had to create a character. I made the scene play with the whole thing, right? Like I wanted it to look like a blockbuster movie trailer. So I made the voiceover with the scene by scene, what was going to be happening. And then I created my character. And then for each scene, I made an image. And then for each image, I turned it into a video. Mm-hmm. And then in 11 Labs, I made the voiceover. I made every single
11 Labs. I said it.
Yeah. But here's the thing that most people don't know. voice I uploaded, I got a voice pack somewhere, so that voice wasn't even in 11 Labs. And then I also used 11 Labs for every sound effect, and also for the like the actual soundtrack. So like if you look at CapCut, it's like the video, the voiceover, the sound effects, and then the actual soundtrack. But let me tell you something. Let Q tell him, what am I going to say about AI? Q knows.
What are you not going to say about AI? I mean, you know, he really, Brad teaches us, and I think this is where you're going. Brad teaches us everything, like for us to be on video, because people are buying us. They're not buying AI.
Amen.
AI, yeah, makes it clean, but he's like, spend the extra time, do your shit right, because I'll speak just like Brad. Do your shit right, but you know, just put it together. And again, I've never been in a marketing spot where it's so detailed. So just like, do this, do this, do this. Yeah, you got to put in some time into it. It's not going to do it by itself, but he's like right there with you, teaching you how to do it. The videos are awesome. Where did you want to go with that, Brad?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, stop fucking around with AI. Sorry, guys, I apologize. I'm not in the, like when you're on my Zoom meeting. We're in New Jersey. We're
not even
Florida right now.
Brad's not even here, dude. Brad's not even here. This is his AI. He sends his AI to do stuff.
I try to curb the curse words, but it's an epidemic. Like while loan officers are trying to recreate themselves with AI, I will eat your lunch. Like that's how I look at it, because by the time, like that video, perfect example. My wife got home. I started messing around with that at 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday, just because I was up. Everyone was like, I'm always up, but most of us are like that here, right? Like we're up and the family's sleeping and we're toying around with work shit. I was up at 7:30 playing around with it. My wife came home from the movie theater at 8:30 or 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and I just finished the video, and she's like, "You finished the video? You've been working on it all day." But that's the thing. Like I geek out. I'm doing that for fun, not to make money. And that's the problem, is that I see all these loan officers trying to recreate themselves and spending all this time for them to have a video where their jaw melts away that doesn't even sound like them. Like use AI and create a script and just put the script in a teleprompter, right? Like the 50-year video, that you were talking about, Scott.
Yeah.
What's that?
No, Kim's the monster of the teleprompter. She's keeping it human and keeping it real. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and look, maybe some people know you well enough to say that's a teleprompter, but most people don't. Like I did the 50-year video the other day. We talked about it. I showed him how to run our one bot that is built to create DMs. And then I ran the video. I'm like, guys, like, what's the most controversial thing that's being talked about right now? The 50-year mortgage. Who gives a shit what your perspective is? My perspective, I think it's great. I saw one of my buddies, Matt, posting about the 50-year mortgage, all this interest, get a buy down. It's the same thing. No, get a buy down and the 50-year mortgage. And now your payment's even cheaper. Like there's people who can't afford to buy a house because of debt to income. So that's my perspective. Whether your perspective's the same, it doesn't matter, but say what it is in a professional way and you're going to get eyeballs. And people are going to inquire, hey, what's up? Let me get that guide. Let me get the calculator. Or how does this work?
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Like we need to take like
Oops, sorry, man. I was just going to play that video for everybody if they didn't see it.
Yeah, you could share and play it. And then I'll show you guys how I created it if you want.
Okay, cool. All right. Can everybody see this? Woo! So powerful, bro. All right, how'd you do it, baby? Like you took the hottest topic on planet Earth. Hey, you gonna do one for the portable mortgage, just so I can swipe it?
Dude, I'll whatever you want, man.
Jason Frazier's in the house. What's up, brother?
So, you want me to share my screen and kind of walk you through it?
Yeah, do it.
All right. All right. So we have for those of you that know me, I run Cerberus CRM. It's a done for you, out of the box solution, websites, AI, all that shit done, right? Like the workflows, the whole not like every single workflow in here is built. My system's a little bit messy, but like everything, pipeline management, webinar systems, you name it. But like one of the things that we do, we have an advanced group that people buy into, and it's a higher cost. Right now, it doesn't change the subscription. It's just a one-time fee, but they get weekly trainings and they get access to these marketing bots. Okay. So every marketing bot does something different, and we're going to keep rolling out new bots. So like right now I'm working on our YouTube bot that creates our YouTube script. So Kaylani does long form content. It's really designed for awareness. So most people don't know this, but like a lot of advertisers, like you pay for agencies to run your ads, and half the agencies that you pay, maybe more, they don't even know how to run their own ads, right? Everything is like direct to consumer for lead. Like they go right to the bottom of the funnel. Like, let me get these people, the top 3%, right? Like same thing with SEO. Like that's the hot topic right now. SEO this, SEO that. Like, yeah, but everything you're working towards is you're designing yourself to talk to the top 3% of the market who are ready to make a decision right now. Who's in that top 3%? The people who either are desperate because they can't get a loan and they're going to be willing to talk to you, or the people that want you to pull your pants down because they've already been shopping, right? You haven't indoctrinated, you built no trust. So the idea with this vortex is to suck people into a system where we start indoctrinating way before they try to make a decision. Okay. So like the people who are not problem aware, the people who are renting and paying rent and not even thinking about buying a house, because generationally speaking, like their family never owned a house. So home ownership to them is not in the cards, right? Talking to those people. So like these bots, they all do different things. So a funnel, like when you run a funnel on Facebook, there's like different types of objectives, right? And most people run an ad and it's the lead objective. They pick lead and they put a form out there and then they collect a bunch of information and then they beat the shit out of them. Like, first of all, you're putting people into a process where you position yourself as a used car salesman. So like people are like, hey man, like I get all these leads, but nobody responds. Yeah, because like you made it look like they were going to get an immediate result. They filled out their information. They didn't get anything. You took their information and then you texted them, called them, and emailed them within a matter of minutes. And 60% of the people that are coming into that funnel, they're not even problem aware. 2 seconds ago, they were thinking about whatever they're going to eat for lunch, not buying a house. Like that wasn't even a thing. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm going to try to buy a house. And they get beat up by you. Right. So like what we're teaching is how to build a true sales funnel. So like with that being said, like there's different things you do at the awareness stage. There's different things you do to get people to engage with you. And then we're still marketing to the top 3%, right? To get people to schedule with us or fill out leads or join webinars. So every single one of these do the different things. So Scott, like Kaya, right? Which is the one that I showed you, like that I used for the video, like on our call, I said, hey guys, like put whatever you want in here. So audience, this topic, it could be anything. It could be a link like to a news article. It could be a story that where you help somebody. It could be just a question in general. So like what we do is we pick the audience, we pick the topic that we want to discuss. We put our name, our company, and our booking link because that's used in the guide. All right. And then we choose our brand color, which is also used. That's used in the calculator. And then the geographical location is used for the research phase because we don't want to just let AI like research what housing prices are because I'm in New Jersey and it might give me statistics for nationwide, which might be lower or higher. So I'll put like New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania here so that we're more targeted towards that geographical location. And then what it does, so like we did this live. So the video that you guys just saw, I went in here and for my audience, I put first-time buyers struggling to buy a home, right? And then I put the article. This is an article right from Fox News. So I just stuck the article in there and then I wrote, my opinion is that this could make homeownership more attainable. Because if I didn't put my opinion in there, then it was going to write something about the article, which would have been great, but it might not have been my perspective, right? Then going forward, my name, my company, my booking link, the guide, the brand color, the geographical location. So what it does is then it puts together our starter, like our conversation starter package, right? So it does the research, the topic analysis, right? the mortgage process context, the article context in this case, right? It'll determine real story, no client story provided, because if I put a client story in there, like maybe I helped Kimmy buy her first house, it's going to weave that into my script. So it determines, was there a real story? And it also determines if there's an article. In this case, it determined there was because I put it in there, right? So it does the context for that. Then it gives us mortgage process, because we don't want, if like, let's say we're talking about the difference between a 15 and a 30 year, I don't want my script saying when you're sitting at closing, trying to decide if you're going to do a 15 or 30 year. That happened. So that's why I had to put this part of the research in here, because I want to make sure that it has the right context when it's writing about whatever it's writing about. Right. And then it does some verified facts about the topic, and then the audience insights, right? Like it researches the audience who we're talking to, first-time home buyers who are struggling to find a home right now, right? Because all of this is used, like the topic, the mortgage, the whole thing. Like we want to make sure we're talking to the right people about the right thing. Then it goes down and creates a qualifying question. It then creates on-screen hooks. So this is something like if I wanted to have my video editor, like, yo, just throw this on screen so it stops people in the feed. Right. Then it writes my video script. The 50-year mortgage debate is revealing something first-time buyers need to hear. There are more pathways, blah, 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 blah. And in this case, send me a message, because Kaya, what she does is her goal is to get people to send a message. Right. And then we have, which I'll show you in a second, but like, it basically comes down, it writes the video script, it does the quick win resource, and then this is the quick win resource because I pick guide, it's going to write the guide, the first time buyers affordability.
I wrote the guide right there, so it's done.
So, yeah, so this is the guide. It literally writes the whole guide that I copy and paste. All right, so I copy and paste this whole entire thing.
Could you have Kaya like do this? Just like literally read the video? Like do the video if you wanted to?
Oh yeah, I wish.
No, not yet. Okay.
I could, but like the whole idea here is using AI to still be human and right, like, because like Q was there, I ran this script just to show people, like, why are you guys not like do this? The 50 year, I ran it, and then we ended our call at 4 o'clock. I shot my video, sent the video over to my editor, and I woke up the next morning at 7:30, and it was in my drive, ready to rock.
Love it.
Right, so like that thing that I, that in here, the actual guide that it creates, that's copy and paste, like all the way to the bottom, right? All the way to the bottom where it puts my information in there. So now if I go here, right, I would go into Gamma. If you guys aren't familiar, paste in text, I would paste that in there, right? And then I would hit preserve this exact text, and then it would create it, right? So I'm not going to run that for you guys. But basically what happens is after I did that, it ran the guide. Now I picked like stick figures for this. I'm always changing it. You do like hyper realistic, all that stuff. Like I just make them look different. And this was kind of like on the fly. I just put it together really quick. And then now it makes the guide, and it also puts like the actual call to action in here.
Love it.
Right. So like if I went to this.
Copy link. Yep.
Yeah. Like if I send this as a PDF, that will work. And then what I do is I download this as a PDF. I upload it into our media storage, and then it's in there for the guide. And then when people go to it, right now I got to fix this link, but the link's not working, but there it is. It would be schedule.com, right? So when I download it, this thing actually works.
I created a website doing one of those, Brad, the other day. It worked really well. Just literally 2 seconds creates a link to a website. Now it's live.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
cool.
Gamma. I love Gamma.
Gamma, I know.
Like,
it's my
but you got to prompt it right. You got to give it the right things, and that's what we're doing here. Is we're giving it the right things.
Yeah.
Right. So now, like down here, headlines. Now it gives me different headlines for my ad, right? And then it writes the primary text for my ad, and then it does this. We have all the workflows. We teach you how to build the workflows, but this is where it gets real. So DM automation, like this one is specific for a DM. Right. So the DM automation, we have a Facebook public comment responder. Right. So if somebody responds, right. So like if I go into here. Okay. Not that one. I'm actually, let me just duplicate this page real quick. Right. So I'll just walk you through this really quick, then I'll show you. So like this one right here writes my comment response. So if somebody responds on that exact post, like when we run it as an ad, because that's the thing, like I just post it. Here's a little trick, like when you're running video ads, just post it organically and see what kind of buzz you're getting. And if it's worth, like if you're getting the buzz, then you know that that's probably going to work well to the general public as well. So like I posted it yesterday organically, then I ran it as an ad, right? But basically what happens here is with the ad part of it, like when I launch the ad, then in high level, I have a workflow that now if somebody comments on that specific ad, it comes into the workflow and it will actually look at the comment, and then it'll comment and it'll like their comment and comment for me. So I don't even have to comment to the comments on the video. It does the same thing for Instagram. And then it comes down here, and if they click, this is like the call to action stuff. So if they click to send a message on the ad, I have it designed where when they click it, it's going to say, hey, Scotty, thanks for your interest in the first time buyers affordability playbook. Click the button below and I'll get that over to you. Now the button is just a pre-written text, but it looks like a button, like it's a pre-written reply. So when they click that button, that's what triggers my workflow. Because when that Facebook message or Instagram message comes into my workflow, then what happens is this is an automatic response. Perfect. I'm grabbing the guide for you now. While I get that ready, do you mind if I ask a few questions? Now, a lot of people do this. They use ManyChat. Hey, keyword below, and I'll send you the guide. But then like they send them the guide. Like we have it designed like where I put this chat framework together, we call it, where it's connect, help, assess, transition. So like my bot now, like what it does is it sends this message, and then we give the bot in the workflow, I give my bot now request notes. So my bot has context about the ad that they replied to, and then it has a framework on how to handle the conversations. And then we basically put the resource guide here. So now if somebody hits to send a message, and then they're going to come into the workflow, like if they click the send guide, and then now they're going to get the automated response, my AI gets turned on. And then if they reply to the automated response, the AI will take over with the goal to try to book an appointment. Now there is critical down here, only send it if they either book an appointment or decline the appointment. Because if they decline the appointment, we still want to give them the guide. Like, we're not like, it's not like a bait and switch.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it. Yep.
So like in here right now, so if I go into my automations, and then I go to consumer, and then Facebook comments and messages, right? So this one's a messenger ad. So I put them both together, right? So like you could see right here, right? It comes in if they, right? So here's the IG, right? Here's the, let me see. So if I go to enrollment history, Eddie Trotman, whatever this guy is, Michael Williams. So he came in from Facebook. So if I go back here to Facebook, view on Facebook. So I'm running this as an ad right now. All comments.
There he is.
And then you could see like these people, stupid idea, never paid off, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get the concern of, and then this is the AI responding for me. Like it liked his
Okay.
comment, like thanks, buddy. And then I get the concern if 50-year mortgage does sound like you'd be paying interest forever and might never finish it. I totally understand the skepticism. Send me a message and I'll walk you through how this actually works and what other options first-time buyers have.
Love it. That's amazing.
Right. So it's doing that for me. Like this is all done. Like all I got to do is fill in the input fields and record my video.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, like it also does, this is what I think is really cool. So like it also like, and these are all different. So Kano, like topic, what's the specific, same kind of stuff, right? Yeah. The only difference is what Kano does is he creates a pre-recorded webinar for me. So he does all the research, right?
Is this the same content? Like you click on each one and you have the same content in each one?
No, the input fields are similar in most cases, but a little bit different, but it's the content that you get.
Got it.
So Kano, like what he does is I fill this information out. What do you need to know about the presenter, all that stuff. And then it researches the topic again and the audience and all that shit. But now it creates a webinar title. So how to buy your first home without draining your savings or getting taken advantage of. Because like what I put in here, right? So if I see the input, so first time home buyers, and that's my topic. How do I avoid costly mistakes? Right. And then down here, right, it does the verified facts. And then what it does is it creates my webinar title, my slide deck outline, how to buy your first home without right. And then here's every single thing, right? Like it even puts my, cause I put my like about me up top. So who I am and why you need to know this stuff. I'm Brad Brondt, blah, 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 blah. Right. And then it writes my entire slide deck that I throw in Gamma.
Yeah. Love it.
All the way down. and then now it writes my presenter script. So people that can't do webinars, I don't want to hear that shit no more because you throw it in the teleprompter. Like I literally recorded this webinar out of a teleprompter to prove to people that you can do it. Like
That's awesome.
if I go into here, let me see. Let me just stop.
There's people on here that want to do webinars. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pre-recorded one, so like, and I'll show you. We do have a webinar system, does the same thing. We have a bot that is part of like not our advanced training, like our free training, or our actual basic like subscription plan. So let me see, Drive. Trying to show you guys this stuff like in real time. So Vortex.
Kim, did you get a couple nuggets?
The problem is for me is like I can't even.
I'm not seeing your screen anymore, just so you know.
No, I know. All right. So the problem with me is like I can't just do this shit and do 180 miles an hour. I got to like record everything I do to teach people, you know, like
Well,
which I like doing, but man, I'm like, man, what if I just did this and just stopped? Like,
yeah.
All right. So hold on. Let me see. I got to stop sharing again because I don't think I'm sharing my sound.
Well, and I'll say too, it's not like he pushes stuff out on Facebook. I mean, he's spending a lot of money for us to be able to fast track into what we're really trying to do and save us, you know? So that's, I really appreciate that. And then the New Jersey, New York thing, I will say, typically everybody's got a guy. Brad's got a bot. And if he doesn't have a bot, he'll make us a new bot. So maybe you need to do some marketing. I got a bot.
That's the thing is like I've trained with a lot of people, so like I'm really good at systematizing to make it easy for myself, but then to repackage it for my people because I know that everybody's not going to be as technical as I am to be able to figure it out. So like it's easier to just fill out a couple fields, right? So like this thing right here, right? Presenter script, right? Like we'll just look at it, right? So again, I tested this. You ever feel like you're not gonna right here? You ever feel like you're never gonna be ready to buy a house like you've been saving for years, but every time you check home prices, your heart sinks a little bit, right? Like that's the script, right? I'm sharing my whole screen too. That's probably really bad.
It's all good, man.
For your guys' eyes. Okay, so like, you ever feel like you're buying, right? So now, like, what I did was we created a reel. So I'm gonna promote this, and then a thumbnail, and then my actual webinar, right? So I gotta like put this in a link.
Have you ever felt like you're never going to be ready to buy a house? Like you've been saving for years, but every time you check home prices, your heart sinks a little bit because it never feels like enough. Everyone tells you something different about what you need. And you're worried you're going to mess this up and lose thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, rent keeps going up and you're still sitting here waiting. I get it. And that's exactly why I wanted to make this training for you. So real quick, before we get into it, I'm Brad Brondt. I've been helping.
So like that's
amazing.
Literally,
and that's on a teleprompter, quick, or like where's that?
Right here, yeah, right
okay.
here. Dude,
you're literally looking at it. Okay, so you're reading. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so real quick, I'm Brad Brondt. I've been helping people get mortgages since 2009. I've worked with thousands of people. Like right here, what?
You got to be able to read though, dude.
Get mortgages since 2009. I've worked with thousands of families.
It's word for word. It's literally word for word. And the thing is, like, while people are thinking and planning, like I could record a webinar every single day. Like this, I did this last week on a Thursday. Like in 30 minutes, I recorded it and like messing around and then recorded it, sent it to my video editor. And the cool thing is like the slide deck I made in Gamma. So I like in Gamma, you have the ability to download different options. So I downloaded the slide deck as PNGs, right? And then what I did was I sent it to my video editor. I sent him this, like I copied the document. So he knew where, like what slide, what part of the script.
Okay. See,
right? So it's kind of like a slide map for him. So like this thing created all that stuff. And then it's going to go down. This one particularly gives me landing page copy, headline, subheadline, sales copy, what you'll learn, calendar embed, and then it creates the Facebook ad copy, the headlines. This is the video ad script you've been saving for years, but it feels like you've never had enough to buy a house, right? If I go into here and get out of here, bam, like that's done too. Here's my reel.
You've been saving for years, but it never feels like enough to buy a house. And here's what nobody's telling you. You don't actually need 20% down. Most first-time buyers get in with way less than that. But there are mistakes that cost people thousands or kill their deals at the last minute. Things like draining every dollar you have, or messing up your credit right before closing, or not knowing which loan program saves you the most money. I made a free training that'll walk you through the biggest mistakes that first-time buyers make and exactly how to avoid every single one of them. You'll see real numbers and real examples so that you know where you stand. Watch the free training.
Crazy,
right.
dude.
So there's like the video that goes with it, and then we have the actual. He created the thumbnail for me, right? Like now, again, he people are always wasting money. Like I spend for my video editor. He's full time, works for me. I probably pay $1,000 a month, right? He's full time. And what does that do for me? It makes me not mess and click buttons, because I will. Like I'll go in and CapCut and start doing things like anybody, but I don't need to be doing that. I need somebody else doing it for me. And the fact that I'm paying somebody full time to do it, it inspires me. Like I'm more incentivized to be doing video to send it to him.
Yes.
Right. Because now if we jump into here, right? Like I don't know how many conversations you guys had yesterday, but like I'm not even running ads for leads right now. I'm building an audience, and I've deleted all my ad account, like all of my ads and ad sets to start scratch. Like Q was saying, I'm spending 100, and as of right now, I'm spending $175 a day on Facebook ads for mortgage. Like there's gurus out there telling you what to do about Facebook ads, and they're not spending shit. Let me find out like what they're doing differently with the Andromeda update. Like how are they figuring that out if they're not spending money? Right? I don't know, but whatever. Either way, like if I go into here, this ad set right here, right? Because that's what we're doing is I'm teaching these guys how to run ads. I'm also teaching them that they don't need to spend as much as I am. I'm just trying to get results quicker so I can dial things in for them. But like if I go back to here, this campaign right here for awareness, this is all built for awareness. So the bot that I showed you, the first one, right? Up here, Kaylani, she builds 5-minute videos, right? So same thing, it's just a longer form video, right? So she builds 5-minute videos, and then we run those as awareness, right? Because what like my thing right here, if I look at this, the video views for this one right here, and then I'm looking at audience builders because I have custom, right? So I've spent $1,100 running these 2 long form ads. This one's not getting shit. Like Facebook doesn't like it, or not to say it doesn't like it, but I've started running this first, and I guess it liked the engagement it was getting. And we measure the different things in here, right? But like these videos are 5 minutes long. So 1,400 people watch me talk for a minute. Wow. 251 100% video views. That's that's listening to me talk about first-time homebuyer shit for 5 minutes. Wow. And what happens, just so you guys can see like contextually like what we're doing with all this, I'm teaching them how to build the content, but then I'm teaching them how to build the audiences, right? So like we have audiences for people who have sent us Instagram and Facebook messages, people who have watched our short form videos 95% of the way through. People have watched our long form videos 25% of the way through. So that awareness, that video, that 5-minute video, like they might not do shit, but now they're in my audience. And that's on platform. That's on platform. So we don't have to worry about cookie blocking or anything. Like if they watch my video, one of my long form videos for 25% or more, now they're in my audience. And an audience, just to clarify, just so everybody knows, audience means he can stay in front of him whenever and however long he wants. He can literally show up 24/7 every time they come into whatever social media site they found him. Correct. So like the engagement, like now we move into the engagement ad to show you. So like, let's look at this right here. I just started running this yesterday. So if we look at hot audience and hot audience, that's a 90-day retention period. So like anybody that's visited my site in the last 90 days, anybody that sent me a message, engaged with a Facebook ad, anything in the last 90 days. Right. So these are people who have seen me before. So if I go to this hot, like this one right here that I spent $182, right? These are 1-minute videos. Wow. So 1,100% video views on a 1-minute video on my hot audience. That's people who know me, who have engaged with me before. My cold audience, I run the same thing. So we like once we start fizzling our way through the funnel, we're running cold still and hot. Like we're staying in front of our people. Right. Just like you market to your database. I'm just doing it on Facebook with video. Right. I'm talking to them when they're scrolling their news feed on the toilet. Right. Versus sending them an email, hoping it gets opened. Right. So like either way, like the warm audience, look at the cold audience. 4,300
Wow.
people just made their way into my ecosystem.
Wow.
Right, 4,300 people watch me talk for a minute. So that's like the whole concept here. And
guys,
then I'll just go over a few other things, guys, and then I'll let you take questions or whatever. If that's cool, Scott.
100%, man.
All right. So the other thing I want to mention that like I think is really dope is that up here we could pick, in some of these we could pick a calculator or a guide, right? So if I scroll down, okay, this one, let me see what I picked for this one. See input. Right. So this one I picked calculator. So remember the first one I showed you how it created all the content for the guide? Well, this one creates a prompt for a calculator. So now think like anybody that's ran a Facebook ad knows that like when you do when you choose like behavioral targeting for mortgage, there's only 3. It's like mortgage loan, mortgage calculator, and mortgage insurance. Mortgage calculator. Why is it those 3? Because that's what they have the most data on. That's what people are searching for. So that's why we put calculators in here, because that might get people to say, hey, I want that calculator. Yeah. Right. The cool thing is everything that's built is specific to the whole theme. Right. So in this case, whatever my theme was, like my theme was how to find homes that nobody else is looking for. So then if I come down again, now look, this is a long form video script, right? Because I told you this one does different type of scripting. If I come down with this one, our quick win resource is a calculator. So now copy and paste this entire prompt into ChatGPT and it'll give you an HTML file. So here's the prompt: create a complete working mortgage calculator, right? This is the audience, first time home buyers calculator. How do I find homes that nobody's looking for? So like, it doesn't matter what you put in there, it's going to create a calculator. And the system knows like if it's an actual calculator or like an assessment, right? So if I come down, like, look at this prompt.
Dang.
Put it in here, okay. So there's the ad copy. So down to here, there's the end of my calculator prompt. This is not the calculator. This is the prompt that I can then copy, right? And then go to ChatGPT and hit enter, right? And now this thing is going to start running that prompt for me, right? It's going to actually start thinking, it's going to research, and then it's going to start writing the code, right? So now what happens is versus the guide, if I go into sites and go to custom funnels and go to calculators, right? There's a few in here because I was showing people stuff, right? But like, I don't know which one this calculator is, but like all I did, like right here, I haven't even taught the community yet how to use the calculators. Like it's so brand new, but like, here's the calculator. This, all it is an embed element in a funnel builder here. So it's like it's for those of you that don't know what I mean by that, like in high level, you have like drag and drop website builders. If I type in code, right, it's this little element, I drag it over. And then once I drag it over, there's this option to open it. And then I paste the code in here that ChatGPT gave me, right? So like, you know, all these people are using like vibe coding and all this crazy stuff. Our bots, like literally, like right here, look, I'll start with the current, like it's researching rates and all that stuff right now. For right here, I'll default to the value or maybe this, right? Like whatever it's doing, it's researching. And this is 5.1. So this is the first time I'm running this on this model. But either way, like when it gets done running, it gives me this, right? And then now, like when I publish this, right, it like creates a calculator. So I put 100,000 in here, right? Monthly debt payments, estimated taxes, estimated insurance, right? We'll say 100 and I don't know, estimated 0, down payment 20 grand, credit score range, preferred loan type, interest rate 7%, calculate my affordability.
Wow.
Right. And then it also, like the coding knows my calculator because I put, or my calendar because I put that in here. And now if I hit schedule, it's going to take me to that calendar, which is not live right now. But like the code automatically puts that in there. So I don't have to create a button. Like that button appears after they hit calculate. And then if they want to print their results, they can print their results to save it.
Oh shit. That's cool.
Right.
Love it. So give them the info. Give them the info. Get them into your ecosystem. If they go this far, why would you know what I mean?
Well, that's it. And then like what we do is, so like this one right here, right? Sorry, I say right a lot. This thing always. Give me a second. Right. So then like the bots, as I showed you guys, like there's different bots, right? So like these two bots, like this bot, Kaya, is like, think of it like quick conversations. Like instead of running like a first time home buyer funnel and collecting leads, like we're just driving people to the DM, like click send a message. I launched this yesterday. I got 3 messages that came in last night. Right. So it's very like and it's kind of like trickery, because if you've ever ran a Facebook like message ad, like they click it and it opens up their messenger with a message. So it makes it almost appear like to most people, like I just sent them a message, and naturally people want to respond, even if they're not interested. Right. So she does that specifically, where these two are, they do comments. So they're all about the awareness and engagement ads. So like what Kalani does is, like after creating all this stuff, like ad copy and all that stuff, at the very bottom, if you remember the actual automation for the CRM, this is a comment automation. All right. So same thing. They write the response to the comment if they comment on our post, right? And then there's a decision maker. So then they decide, what does the post require a DM? So if the person writes, hey, I hate your video, you're stupid and you suck, it's just going to comment professionally. If the person goes, oh man, I've been struggling with this for a long time, then it's going to send them a message, right? So this makes a decision. Should we send that person a message? It reviews their comment. And then if it determines we should send them a message, right, it then writes the message. So here's the message, and the same as before, it writes the message and it sends them. So now it's going to like their comment. It's going to comment on their comment. Then it's going to send them a message. Hey, blah, 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 whatever the case is, right? And after that happens, we have our workflow design where the booking bot turns on. And then here's all the context we're giving the booking bot. Same stuff, the resource, all that, right? So now, like grand scheme of things, I run an ad and it's an awareness ad. And I'm saying, hey, like, comment below, let me know your thoughts, or comment below for the resource. Now somebody comments, it likes the comment, it comments on the comment, then it makes a decision. Should we send them a DM? If it decides we should, it sends them a DM. And then it also has context now. So when the person responds back to the DM, it's going to work towards going through that chat framework to connect, assess, all that stuff, build the rapport, and try to get them to book an appointment. Because people don't want guides, they want loans, they want homes, whatever the case is.
Amazing stuff, bro.
The crazy part too is he taught us that if somebody responds and it doesn't respond for a while, he'll set up something like a 10-minute delay, and he'll be like, still there? It's the funniest
you
thing,
okay?
But it's all in
okay?
the automation.
Yeah, I see that happening. And I guys, I have this thing working with leads coming in all the time, so it's on automation. I've set appointments, talk to people. It's amazing. And like Brad said, you're looking for those people that are in the moment, not just like, oh, I think I want to buy a house. Or I want to see that pool in the backyard and I had to opt in to get it or whatever. Those are the ones you're going to get those, but the ones that stick are the ones that watch all the way through. And now you got an audience that you can stay in front of, but and then he puts the home buyer webinar out there. Like, think about the process that he's doing. That he's automating inside of a system. So once it's set up, it just runs by itself. It's pretty insane. And Kim's what's the big thing you got today, Kim? Because I know you got a bunch. Head spinning a little bit.
My question is, my head's exploding. Okay, 2 things I wanted to know more about, Brad, about your like community offering that you're talking about, you and Q, and then also I use Bonzo for my CRM. So is that relevant to this conversation? Like, or does it matter?
So here's the problem is, like, currently the bots, the content creators currently, and I'm not saying that's not going to change, but like right now it's only being offered to our community because it's built within our system.
Yeah.
And then to really get the magic in it, like Bonzo's not going to do that. We're like really focused on keeping things on platform. And I have I'm working on a YouTube bot right now, and like we're going to have this thing is going to grow. Like it's going to be a whole arsenal of marketing bots. But like the reality is that's where the magic happens, right? Like if you listen to Gary Vee,